I'm doing seafood boil in a bag. I've been doing seafood boils all wrong. TikTok has taught me that creating a seafood boil in a bag gives the food the chance to absorb the flavors and becomes super juicy. And that must be true according to all these mukbang videos I've been watching. They make it look so good, my mouth just starts watering. I want to create my own version, but before I do, I've got to go experience it in person. We have a restaurant in town that literally serves up juicy seafood in a bag. It all starts with the same ingredients in a traditional shrimp boil, like sausage, corn, and potatoes, but there are some unique finds like hard-boiled eggs that look so dang good. You can choose from lemon pepper, garlic butter, and Cajun seasoning, or you can pick the special sauce that includes all three, and that's all me. When it comes out, the bag is fully blown up, creating a steamy environment for the seafood to cook perfectly, and it's all completely coated in everything I just mentioned. The sausage is browned before adding it to the bag, so that right there adds even more flavor. There's a perfect amount of spicy kick, the color is deep, there's a richness thanks to that obvious base of lots of butter that you just don't get from the boiling method. We can totally make this happen, it's gonna be so good. Totally worth it. The main component to these seafood boils in a bag, it is all about the sauce. Let's make the sauce. Here is what I had pulled for my seasonings. I was gonna do lemon pepper, some Old Bay, hot sauce garlic, and then I debated on the Cajun seasoning because I was trying to save y'all like on ingredients, but after having what I just had, totally adding the Cajun. What I didn't necessarily notice in the bag that I had was the onion, but in every shrimp boil I've ever done, I've always put onion. And it's also gonna kind of start my sauce. Key component in a boil, the sausage. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut my garlic in half. So I'm gonna start by browning my sausage. This is a step that you're gonna wanna do ahead of time. And then whatever drippings are in here is gonna be the base for my sauce. And in goes the onion. That onion's gonna help deglaze the skillet. This might not be the right way, but this is my way. Once that onion softens, I'm gonna deglaze with some white wine. I love cooking with wine. Sometimes I even put it in the food. I'm developing the recipe, so I should probably measure, because y'all gonna be wanting measurements. I'm gonna go about 1/3 cup of white wine. Clean that pan. I'm gonna crank the heat down. I don't really want all of that wine to evaporate out because that's part of my cooking liquid in the bag. Not one, not two, 3 sticks of butter. Also adding in 1/4 cup of water. You could do chicken stock there. Time for the seasonings. I'm just gonna be measuring with my heart here, people. A teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons lemon pepper. This is how you measure a tablespoon. Then I'm just gonna start with a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning, tablespoon of hot sauce. Okay, let's taste. Just see if we're on the right track. It's good. But I want that like deep red color. So I'm gonna go in with some cayenne, which will add the kick without adding salt. And then a teaspoon of paprika. Roscoe.
What's up, Chef?
I need your professional just tasting.
Profesh? Me profesh?
I think it needs some more heat.
That's fine. More cayenne, no more crystal?
A little more crystal? I just thought this has salt too. I was trying not to add any more salt.
Well, the salt's gonna go away once it soaks into the seafood.
Okay. And just one of these.
Just go ahead and hurt it. Just go ahead and hurt it. Don't be so weak. Can I steal a sausage?
Sure.
Good luck, Chef.
Thank you. I think this is gonna be delicious. My sauce is done. The sausage is done. When you do a regular boil in a pot, you always gotta put your potatoes in first because they're gonna take the longest to cook. Since it's all cooking together in a bag, get these partially cooked because we can't do anything else until that happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the potatoes in cold water, bring those up to a boil. I'm gonna let them go about 5 or so minutes before I add in the corn. This is gonna be so good. Potatoes have been going head start about 5 or so minutes, and now in with the corn. I'm also gonna go ahead and throw the garlic in just to soften it up and add flavor to this. I cooked my eggs earlier, but if you haven't done that, at this point is when you would wanna add your eggs to hard boil them. It's really happening now. So I've got turkey bags. You can get the smaller like oven bags and build like individual portions. Place it in a bowl to make it easier. I left my snow crab in here on purpose, and the scrumps. Okay, so I'm just doing crab and shrimp. You just want to be sure these crab legs don't puncture the bag. I've seen mussels, crawfish, lobster tails, keeping it on the easy side. Plus, this is what I like. And I leave the peel on the shrimp. I've seen both ways, but half the fun of this whole process is getting messy. I'm gonna go in with mushrooms. We do this when we're at the lake and we do like a crawfish boil or a shrimp boil. They're gonna absorb a lot of that yumminess. Then my potatoes and corn and garlic. You could do this in a pot versus a bowl. I did go ahead and boil some eggs because I see these in all the videos. These are just gonna be like the maximum flavor absorber. Is that everything? I feel like I've forgotten something that's so easy. Ha, I did, the sausage. Everything into the bag. There. Now we have to kind of zhuzh it in there a little bit, just in case. There's so much flavor in this one bag. I think that's it. I support team that are nodding, yes, I'm there. She's there. I'm going in 400 degrees. Are you ready? I hope this is amazing. It puffed up. Look at that, puff. Here goes nothing. Woo! I'm gonna let you have the first taste.
Are you really? Spicy in a good way.
In a good way?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's cooked perfectly, chef. This is great. Look at that. I gotta try the shrimp.
Is that good? Mm-hmm. All right.
Damn, that's good.
I have to wake you up. I gotta do the complete presentation. By the way, this took about 30 minutes because all of my seafood was so cold to begin with. Now we're talking. On top of spaghetti. And now hit it with a little lemon. Nailed it. It's juicy. It's juicy. For the taste test, gotta start with the shrimps. I know people could hear how juicy that was. Oh yeah, give it to me. She's a happy girl. I'll eat a mushroom. I think it's the perfect amount of heat and a potato, just for good measure. The most expensive thing about this meal is the paper towels. They're so much better than boiling in water. And I don't ever eat the corn. I gotta find my bib. I made this whole platter of food for the same price that 2 people could eat out at the restaurant. Just saying. It may have taken me years to learn how to make a seafood boil this way, but I can tell you right now, I'll never do it another way. Now you want me to eat it like they do on TikTok? Juicy.